Today is Sunday, October 29th, and this is what happened in fascist Russia this week. Russia now hiring women to serve as snipers and drone pilots in Ukraine. Russian opposition politician who tried to tell Russian people about war crimes that Putin's regime committed now has criminal charges against him. Russian volunteer who helped hundreds of Ukrainians to return home from Russia got beaten up and arrested by Russian authorities. Russia revoked the ratification of the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, which means now Russia can openly test nuclear weapons. Another Russian drone attack that injured 18 Ukrainian people. Russia banning foreign words to be displayed in public and on social medias in order to protect Russian language. Ukraine is stopping transporting Russian gas to Europe. Russia conducts training simulating extensive nuclear counterattack. And why the hell Hamas delegation arrived in Moscow? Mercenary group, which operates under the control of Russia's defense ministry, has started recruiting women for combat roles in the Boers volunteer battalion for deployment to Ukraine. Starting monthly salary promised to be over $2,000. Candidates without firearm skills are being offered a month-long boot camp in Donetsk. Compensation for battlefield injuries ranges from 1 to 3 million rubles, which is roughly $21,000. And for their death, their families will get $53,000, and they're going to be living with this for the rest of their lives, that their moms are fascists. This is the member of Russian opposition who currently has criminal charges against him for spreading disinformation because of a YouTube video where he was explaining to Russian people about war crimes that Putin's fascist army committed in Bucha, Irpin, and Borodyanka. Russia revoked the ratification of the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty. And to be honest, it doesn't change anything. It was before Russia, United States, China, and everybody who has nukes did it openly. It's just show off. In fact, Russia was the only one country who actually signed this document back in 1996. United States and China didn't sign it. Another drone attack from Russian fascist forces, this time near Ukraine's nuclear power plant. 18 people were injured as a result of this attack, with 2 of them in intensive care. On October 17th, a Russian volunteer was abducted at the checkpoint on the Russia-Ukraine border by officers from Russian National Guard's units. 61-year-old volunteer has been seen with numerous bruises on his body, his wife said. Russian fascist authorities also searched his home and confiscated a laptop as well as his flare gun. Later, he was arrested for 10 days on charges of drinking alcohol in public and charges with a felony for arms trafficking. Ukraine has no plans to extend the contract for Russian gas transit through its territory, which is set to expire at the end of 2024. Ukraine decided against prematurely terminating the agreement since European countries currently rely on Russian gas. And after revoking ratification of the Comprehensive Nuclear Ban Treaty, Russia conducted training simulating extensive nuclear counterattack. As I said before, there's nothing to worry about. It's just show off for Russian people, like North Korea does the same. It's just like, hey, look at us, we have nukes. If somebody gonna attack us, they're gonna regret about this. US does the same, and China does the same, Russia does the same. Literally nothing changed. So nothing to worry about. It's not alarming. Just live your life. Don't worry about this. It's just leaders playing with their toys. An Hamas delegation arrived in Moscow this week to negotiate about releasing Russian hostages. 14 Russians were killed by Hamas when they attacked Israel. 14 people. Russian government did not say a thing about this. 14 people were killed. 14 Russians were killed. And now they're negotiating to release hostages, Russian hostages. I'm making videos about Russia because I lived there. I lived there for 23 years. I escaped that hell when this war started. I escaped mobilization because I didn't want to kill peaceful Ukrainians. I lost my job when this war started because I was working on Russian independent media. But when this war started, every single independent media got shut down, even those who was working for 20 years. I'm trying to show you the real fascist Russia during Putin's regime. I'm giving updates every single day on what happened in this country, how many Ukrainians Putin regime killed, and how Russia praising its killers. Currently, I'm living in Turkey, and the only reason I'm living in Turkey and I was able to escape because of the people who donated. I'm 100% dependent on people's donations. I lost my job, I lost everything I had. My goal is to go to the United States and ask for asylum. I explain in my videos why I can go Europe or any other countries and ask for asylum, and why US is the only option for me. I already got tickets to Mexico. You can see my journey on this channel, just go on my page and you can see all the videos from the beginning and I hopefully until the happy end. As I said, I'm 100% dependent on donations, and if you're in a position where you can donate, there's only 3 available options because of the sanctions, which I'm also talking about on this channel. There's only 3 available options. If you're in a position where you can donate, all available links in the description. And if you want to see my journey, my story, all videos are also in the description. Thank you for your attention.